So we are discussing the resolving the vectors into their components. So in order to do that, let me just take the axis something like this. Say for example, a vector is making an angle of, so this is a vector P and it is making an angle of theta with the horizontal. Now this particular vector will have its effect along two components, one along the x-axis and other along the y-axis. So if I just take the component along x-axis, what do you mean by component? Component means basically the effect. So if I take the effect along x-axis, another effect along y-axis like this. So let me name it as px. That means px can be said to be the component of the vector along x-axis. Component of vector along x-axis. So this is the component of the vector along x-axis. So this is py. Py is the component of the vector along y-axis. So what can I say from here? I use the simple logic of trigonometry. So I can obviously say that sine theta is equals to py by p. So therefore py will be equals to p sine theta. So py will be equals to p sine theta. Similarly, I can say cos theta is equals to base upon hypotenuse. So this is px upon p. Therefore px will be equals to p cos theta. So what can I say from here, children? That means if I take p as a vector, the component along x-axis will be p cos theta and the component along y-axis will be p sin theta. When I say the component, it means basically the effect of the vector along x-axis and along y-axis. Now one important thing is that normally if theta is acute, so theta is acute like this, that means theta lies between 0 and 90 degree. So normally you see that both the component are actually can be assumed to be lying along the first quadrant. So they are basically positive. But on the contrary, suppose if I just try to take something like this, say for example, this is my component once again, and this is the x-axis and y-axis I have taken. And suppose a vector is acting something like this, which is making an angle of say theta, and this is actually, here you can see very well the theta being obtuse, isn't it? So if I just take this as phi, where phi is equals to, you can say 180 minus theta, and this is your vector p. So in that case, what we can say? We can say that the component along the x-axis is this one, and the component along the y-axis is this one. So we can say this is your px and this is your py. So taking the normal sign convention, we can say now that px is equals to p cos phi, but this is acting along the negative x-axis. So we can treat it that as a minus. On the contrary, we can take this py to be p sin phi. So therefore, this is acting in the positive direction of y-axis. So this is equals to p sin phi. So this is how we can resolve the vectors into components. And of course, depending upon the position of the vector, either it may be acting in the along the first quadrant, second quadrant, or it may be sometimes in the third quadrant or in the fourth quadrant also. So if I just take a vector for example along fourth quadrant, So this is how the vector is acting. And suppose this angle I take it as say beta, and if I want to resolve this into component, so what will happen? This is the vector P. So again it will be having, it can be resolved into two components. One of the components suppose is along the x-axis. So this is the component along x-axis, and this is the component along, if I just draw with a different color, so this will be the component along y-axis. So this is the component along y-axis. So obviously I can again write it as, if this is beta, so this will be p cos beta and this will be p sin beta. So the component along x-axis, your p cos beta in this case is positive, and component along y-axis p sin beta is actually negative. So this is actually the concept of resolving vectors into components.